A lonely neuron is walking through what appears to be an abandoned mansion. Hundreds of books are piled up along the way, creating pillars of knowledge in a dusty and unsettling environment. At the end of the hallway, an unidentified object is suspended in the dark. A mysterious aura is emanating from it, giving a sense of dizziness and confusion. Suddenly, a lurking hand slowly extends from the mysterious object, reaching for the guest. With an organic sound, the hand's owner plummets to the ground. A shadowy figure elevates from the dark. Hard to distinguish, the only source of light seems to be a pale ghost-like face staring down its prey from far away. Two convulsive eyes suddenly appear towards the bottom of the creature, where they shouldn't be, frenetically looking for the victim. The figure, although black as the purest darkness, is now visible. It resembles a humanoid tall insect and slowly approaches us, knowing we are petrified in fear and cannot move a muscle to run away. The Neuron Valley is an enigmatic place. Here, an ancient source of life, the Neura, has been winding the environment for ages, changing the world and its inhabitants. Some species of plants and animals have evolved through time thanks to the Neura, becoming new entities, the neurons. Most of them are able to speak the human language, feel complex emotions, and have needs to satisfy. Some neurons are graceful and elegant creatures. Some are harmless beings gasping for survival. Other neurons live in organized communities exploiting crimes and dirty jobs to achieve their needs. With this outspark of formidable creatures, humans have organized themselves in a monarch society and founded the Knights Order, formed by warriors that aim to protect their world from dangerous clusters of Neura that have been plaguing their surroundings. Neurons evolved naturally through the absorption of Neura. If humans want to survive in this harsh world, they need to go against their nature. They need to transcend biological limits and control the Neura. Knights have found a way to etch runes onto their bodies. Thanks to this, they can unlock extraordinary skills. Some researchers have discovered that by using alchemical tools, these abilities can be achieved even if humankind does not have a natural connection to this energy. But what happens when you challenge nature? What happens when you try to control an ancient form of energy and life that was not meant to be handled by your kin? What happens when you challenge God? You see, when animals and plants absorb big quantities of Neura, they start to showcase some human-like traits. Some learn the human language and are able to have conversations with people. Others, like the Wakizas, come together with other individuals of their species to form a sort of society. They rob, they extort others. They build reigns of terror. Sagiras live their lives for the fight. They become mercenaries and work for compensation. In general, most of neurons develop a sort of conscience that normally would not belong to animals and plants. But again, this is a natural process. A plant does not decide it wants to become a noctivora. It just happens in nature. Human knights, on the other hand, assume specific quantities of Neura to unlock skills they would not have access to otherwise. But what happens to humans who absorb huge quantities of Neura? What happens when you go beyond what your body, but most importantly, your mind, can endure? Does the opposite happen? Do humans who sin of hubris, who harvest great quantities of Neura, start showcasing animal traits? Let's look at the hallway scene again. Where are we right now? We are inside a mansion. This is, or used to be at least, somebody's home. Those books that are piling up must have been collected by a person. We know that in this world, alchemy is the key to understand the control of Neura for humans, but alchemy always comes with a price. It's a practice of exchange. I get what I want, I reach my goal, but there is always a cost. What if the owner of this mansion never left his house? What if the humanoid creature that we see at the end of the trailer was a human trying to fly too close to the sun? Are these books about alchemy? Are some humans trying to go even further in the control of Neura, transcending nature and in search of power, losing their mind and becoming animal-like creatures, only able to satisfy their needs of hunger and preying on others? You could argue that this dark monster could just be an insect that has been exposed to a large quantity of Neura, becoming what we see and fear right now. And I could see that, but there is something that does not convince me. The eyes. They are too real. They are a strong presence in the structure of the beast. It's knowledge to all humans that knights who want to control Neura need to cover themselves in runes. And what is predominant about these artificial symbols? Well, of course, the eyes. It seems that eyes have a sort of connection to the control of Neura. It almost feels like a reminder. You can use small quantities of this natural gift, but remember, you are being watched. Do not go too far, otherwise it will see you. It is always watching you.